So I've got a question and I need some help. My kids are early in their schooling career, and for years I've always just assumed that when I had children I would feverishly teach them to code. Because to me, programming, coding, it's a bit like literacy was in Victorian Britain, right? You know, it started off with one generation where only a few special smart people could read or write, but the next generation everyone could read or write, and it changed economies and it changed communities. And I just assumed the same would happen with programming, that the next generation beyond mine, everyone would be able to develop and everyone would be able to program and speak to computers, and this would change economies and change societies. But AI has kind of made me doubt that, because at some fundamental level, you've seen it over recent decades with the user interface, right? The user interface has gone from this really kind of abstract C prompt, where just a blinking C prompt, and you really had to know code in order to communicate with the earliest computers. And that's changed through to graphical user interfaces, where we're clicking on pictures in order to interface with the application, all the way through to sort of, you know, conversational UI, where we can speak to the Alexas and the sort of, you know, Google Homes. And well, taking that next level down to the underlying code, I think we're beginning to see the same thing. You know, you see that history from, you know, needing to communicate in binary through to, you know, compiling and assembler to those higher generation of languages, which were more object-oriented and abstract, but just still fundamentally having to learn a different language, a computer language, a programming language, a way of thinking. But I wonder if AI and prompt engineering is actually going to change everything. Because what we've seen with Gen AI over the last couple of years is that in order to create and in order to build applications, you both have a co-pilot that will do a lot of that significant coding for you, will understand what you're saying, but also at some fundamental level, the way you're interacting with the applications is not through code, it's through prompts. It's through natural language prompts. We are no longer needing to go all the way to communicate in a language the computer will understand. The computer's coming all the way to understand natural language and understand when we say, return me an image in this perspective with these people feeling these emotions and this background, it will generate that and it will understand that. And I just wonder what that would mean then to the economies. Think about what I do for a living. You know, we have teams where they're separate developers to designers to business strategists. But in fact, if everyone can communicate the same with the computer and build with digital technologies without having to know the fundamental programming languages, well, then actually that could have the same kind of change to an economy, the same kind of productivity improvements that literacy would have had in the generations of the sort of the 19th century and 20th century. So I wonder what you think. What do you think? Shall I teach my kids to code or not?